Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am gardening not the way you should, but sometimes the way you do when you don't have time. So behind me is a bed that I have not gotten weeded, but because it's the middle of February and I am traveling until March 1st, I'm getting really nervous about losing my window for getting seeds sown. So I'm gonna go ahead and sow the seeds. I'm gonna sow larkspur, calendula, bachelor buttons, corn poppies, and California poppies. I'm gonna keep the California poppies around the front, then the rest are just gonna kind of get mixed up in the midst. I know I'm gonna regret this, but I don't have time to get the bed weeded, so keep your fingers crossed that at least some of the seed grows out and helps smother some of the unwanted plants. Let me show you what the unwanted plants are just so you have a reference point. So actually we'll start with some good. This is larkspur. Larkspur self-sown, looking good, awesome. But also bad, Carolina geranium, bad, vetch. Let's see, bad. Lots and lots and lots of lamium. In fact, that's the majority of what's in here. And, you know, I think I can always come in and weed after I've gotten more seedlings put in, more seed put in. But I don't have time today. I'm supposed to write an article. I shouldn't even be out here right now. All the green that you're seeing back there is bad. It's a mix of lamium and chickweed and vetch. You can see here, there's also some veronica mixed in, which is really dense. It's taking up a lot of ground space. This is just not ideal in any context. But there's also some good stuff. So there are breadseed poppies right here and corn poppies right here, mixed with the bad, of course, 'cause such is life. But you can see there is open space. There's hooves everywhere. There's hoof prints. The deer walk through here every single day. And my cats walk through here and use it as a litter box. So it's a couple different things going on in this bed. But the good thing with poppies, larkspur, they have like a sap that the animals don't like. So in theory, at least they don't eat them. In theory, it helps keep them out. I don't think that's actually true. I had big ambitions of getting a whole bunch more cattle fence and fencing off this entire fence line and putting in grains and doing all that. There's no way I have time to do that now. Unfortunately, my schedule, because of weather, got crunched, and because of weather, I didn't come outside and play because it was miserable. And well, I just want to make the garden look like something that's worth seeing. So we're gonna see how just not prepping the bed and tossing seeds out does. So this is actually the last of my compost, and I'm gonna concentrate it along the edge. Just kind of, I think that was actually a pile of weeds from one day when I did come out and weed, but then I didn't take it away. Oh my goodness, what a mess. So just gonna kind of put a little down and spread it as much as I can. I need to get more soil cube ordered, and remember the early bird sale runs through the end of February. So you have like 2 more weeks. And you add my code, BREEGROWS26, you'll save an extra $5. Starting March 1, that code will then save you $10 off of every big bag, but they won't be running the early bird sale. So you're still better off to buy your compost now before the early bird sale ends. That's the best sale of the whole year. I need to order it as soon as I go back inside before I write my article, which oddly enough is all about the worst winter weeds that I have done nothing about. The irony of what I'm doing right now is absolutely not lost on me. So I'm just gonna chuck this up and spread it around. Again, this would be a lot better if I had more. Be significantly better if I was getting the bed weeded. So this is not what I'm recommending you do, but I guess it's an experiment for you to follow and see how things perform. And just kind of get this all so that the bare soil is exposed, because that's going to be best for the seeds to get established in. And even areas where there's mulch, I'm just kind of raking over the mulch, and you can see the good soil gets exposed. It's really funny. I've been over here, I'm like, gosh, why does it smell like happy? It's the boxwood. But the deer aren't eating it, so there's something. And actually, the deer are not eating the Jasminum nudiflorum, which is starting to bloom a little bit. Of course, it got pretty severely nipped from the cold, but it's nice to see some flowers. So everything's been raked, and now I'm gonna do the corn poppies and the California poppies, and then I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that this bed will get enough things to bloom to make it worth taking a picture of later on in the spring. If not, I guess I'll be transplanting a bunch of stuff and kind of reworking this bed from growing things from seed and then transplanting it. Or maybe I'll just pull the plug and convert it into a native border once and for all. I've already started with grasses, so I could certainly go that route. But we're gonna go ahead and give the seeds one more chance. And remember the method, put some in your hand and then bowl it out. That way you get good seed distribution and you don't have to think about doing any thinning. Well, everybody, I've got to go inside and get back on my computer, but fingers crossed this mid-February seeding will work out, and I do hope that you'll plan to follow along. I'll definitely be posting updates in the garden tours, and I do hope you'll mark your calendars for Saturday, May 9th for the free rain or shine, no registration, spring open garden. We're gonna have seeds and plants for sale, and with any luck, the poppies will be blooming. Well, as always, thanks so much for watching, and happy gardening.